Hi, Camden. First thing I'm noticing about your file is that you have the grid turned on, I think. So if we go to View at the top menu in Illustrator, go down, we can hide grid here, and that will get rid of the grid that you have. I don't know if you're wanting to get rid of that, but you've outlined your fonts. I think we could probably come up with maybe a more interesting font pair. I don't mind this font as much, but like a bold sans serif is nice, but I think maybe go with maybe like a scripty, more of a scripty, still legible, like not too scripty, but maybe a scripty font for your second font. And I would take both of these and I would use the free transform tool and push shift on the keyboard and drag out from the corner and just make both of these bigger. About as wide as your mark is, as your symbol is. And then let's bring it actually a little bit closer to your symbol. And maybe we can also just center this on the actual artboard itself too, just to make it look a little cleaner. I would name this a little differently. I would name it like Brittany Garden did here, Brittany Garden logo BW with black and white. So just Camden logo BW would be good enough. With your CMYK file, name it the same, except swap out BW for CMYK. Another thing to experiment with too would be maybe using a rounded rectangle tool. It's underneath the regular rectangle. You just click and hold down. You can find that tool in the tool panel, and if we click and drag, we can create a black, and we could arrange it using the Properties panel under Quick Actions. The Properties panel, Quick Actions, we can do Arrange, Send to Back, so it's behind your text, and then we can make your text white. So we can change the fill color by clicking on the black here in the Properties panel and going to our swatches and picking the white. And that means we'd probably have to size it back down, pushing shift on the keyboard. And maybe something like that would be good. It gives it a little bit of a heavier ground. Or you could even try, you know, maybe the opposite of putting it behind your actual symbol that you made with your initials. Arrange, send to back, and then we can try and select. I'll click and drag, and then push shift and click on the box to just have this selected now, which is your symbol that you made. Go to the fill in the Properties panel and change it to white. Maybe something like that would be good, and just make sure that these are kind of lining up nicely with one another, and with the logo mark itself, with the symbol itself. And maybe try just a different font for your last name. But yeah, that's my suggestion for your logo. I think it looks pretty good. I'm liking the kind of the diamond shape that you're getting in here too. So, and one thing, when you make the color version, you know, you go File, Save As. You would name this like that, probably. I'm just going to put this on the desktop. The AI file, save that. So now we can start adding color. If I select everything at once with this symbol anyway, I can use the Shape Builder tool and I can start making these into individual shapes. And I can actually color these, you know, separately. So I can select this shape with the white arrow tool after I've made the shapes with by clicking on the shapes. I can take the white arrow tool and, you know, I can find custom colors. I don't have to use what's loaded in here. I can go online and look up a color scheme that I like, but I'm just letting you know that you could do, you know, use the Shape Builder tool to create, you know, this diamond shape could be a separate color, and then you could change these colors, but don't use more than 4 colors. That's part of the project. So, and then you would export out JPEGs of both the black and white and the CMYK version. Export as. So, and make sure this is set to high resolution. Actually, this is exporting as a PNG. File, export as. Desktop. Use artboards. We want to put this on JPEG. And definitely check use artboards. Export CMYK at 300 and put this on maximum. So your settings should look like this. And then push OK, and that's how you get your JPEGs. But anyway, that's my suggestion for you. Thank you.